our TED Talk. We have 0 frames dropped. The stream is at 4,100 kilobytes a second. We've been live for 11 seconds. I'm going to grab my phone and check.
Chiggity, chiggity, check.
Let me turn on some music. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I am slightly over-caffeinated. You know what? It hurts my feelings.
What?
A couple of the bands that I like listening to, Prison being one of them, they are starting to, like...
I love that band, though. They're that song.
I don't know what's happening. Like, some of these bands, I don't know of some kind of record label shakeup or something happened in the industry where some of this music is leaving these platforms. And I really don't know what to make of it.
I love that little...
Disclaimer, because I still don't know what I'm doing. The delay from you making your voice reacting to what you hear here is very noticeable. So be prepared to know that if you blurt out some lyrics,
that it's gonna
you're going to be behind on the stream, and it kind of sounds a little bit weird. Ooh.
Hey, man.
Yeah, exactly. This song's so good. Ooh, I got a notification that we're live.
Oh. The only thing I might have to stand up for is I can't see the chat.
No one can stop the river!
Is yours delayed too?
Oh, absolutely. It's the Spotify audio hits the stream before the microphone audio.
Okay.
I think is what it is. I was testing it earlier. I don't know what to do about that.
Oh, man. My brain hurts.
I don't know what kind of music this is considered necessarily, but I really like it, and I need to find more bands in this vein.
What is this?
Superhaven, Youngest Daughter. Oh, I need to check to see how the stream is. There it is. It's useless. I try to no avail.
Dude, that almost sounds like, do you ever hear Mute Math?
Very little.
Yeah, they suck. No, I'm just...
I like the really heavy driving music with the gentle vocals.
Yeah. There's Mute Math kind of has that. They have a song called Typical that, now I say gentle. It's not as gentle as this song is right now. But there's a couple bands, I listen to a lot of music that kind of falls in this category.
You ever heard this?
I think I've heard it on TikTok and stuff, but I'm...
Boom. Okay. I like to check it out. Cool lyrics there. It said, breathe until your lungs fail. Sing till you go deaf. Every day that you don't call her, I can feel it coming down. The middle in the bridge, he says, I am sick, I am horrified when I hear the youngest daughter has lost her way. Sad song. This band is really good, and I know we won't get copy stroked. What? Pause.
Boing.
Yeah, I told you that, and I don't remember the band now. I do now. Not Arctic.
You just start playing a Disney song.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe how long my hair is, man.
Yeah.
Been getting less cut off and more just like trimmed. Jessica would cut a fair deal of it off each time I went in. This new gal doesn't cut off nearly as much length, and so it's all of a sudden getting long. I don't know how long I want it to be, but I ask people's opinion. I'm like, what do you think? Of course, the kids know dice. The kids are like, you're not allowed to cut your hair.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember when my dad cut his mustache off, and we all cried.
Yeah, no,
like,
not happening. And then asking a couple people at work, and they're like, dude, at this point in time, it's so much of your identity. Like, we can't imagine what you'd look like, so I guess this is what I'm supposed to look like. I honestly think I look better with long hair than I did with short hair. Marie said the haircut I had right before I started growing it long didn't really look too bad, but I think I have the face for it. Plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of like the fact that I look like TV Jesus. It's getting so intense on that. My dad is really leaning on it. Listen to how heavy that is. Man, I really do like that. I need to get back into writing some music. I need to make some music like this. I just don't have any free time. The guy that does this all by himself. He doesn't have a drummer. He's the guitar player, the bass player, the vocalist.
I think that the guy that is the lead singer of Beartooth, whenever they record in studio, or at least one of the albums, he recorded all the parts. Which is information, I don't really know.
Yeah, it'd be me. If I had the ability to record live drums, you know your boy would be on top of it. You know what's really the marker of how old I am to myself now?
What?
Is that I meet somebody and they tell me how old they are, and I'm like, I've been playing and writing music longer than you've been on the earth. Oh, you're an old man now, man. I honestly don't feel like, I think it was like around 25, somewhere around there, close to the year I got married. I really feel like the same person. I do look a little bit different, I'll say that.
Yeah, people for a while were like, dude, you don't look like you're your age. And I was like, if you saw me when I was, they're like, you look like you're 25. And I was like, if you saw me when I was 25, you'd realize that I look like I'm 30.
Yeah. Now, I don't think I look bad.
I think just younger people assume that a 30-year-old has like gray hair and dentures and stuff like that.
The Suicide Silence guys have a podcast, and it's fairly popular. And the one guy's like, so I asked my girlfriend or his wife, he goes, do I look, how old do I look? She goes, 39. He started laughing. And he goes, no, but most people tell me I look like I'm 35. And the other guitar player goes, what the hell does 35 look like? And he's like, honestly, that's a really good question. I'm lucky because my dad, if I told you how old he was, he's in his almost late 60s. He doesn't look like it. And my mom, before she passed away, was 72 years old and did not even look close to being that old. So I've got genes on both sides there, thankfully, where I think I'm going to age very gracefully. So I'm really lucky with that because both parents You know, some guy at work told my dad he thought he was 45. And my dad's 20 years older than that. And my dad was laughing. He doesn't have a gray hairs on his head yet, though.
That's weird.
I know. Now, his facial hair is full gray. But that's why he cuts it. I'm like, why don't you dye it? I'm thinking about doing that.
I'm going to keep my gray hair for a while.
I'm thinking about dyeing it until it's a bunch of gray, because what's going on with me right now is that you just have these gray weirdos that show up like in my mustache. It looks like I got snot constantly hanging out of my nose.
Yeah, mine don't
So I kind of want to just...
Mine don't clump, luckily. Mine is kind of salt and pepper around. I know a couple people that when they started going gray and like their beard, it's just like 2 chunks on their chin. They're just like white. So like,
it's like you got food in it all the time,
yeah.
right? That's kind of why I'm like, I kind of wish I'm kind of like, dude, I come out a little bit of.
I'll say.
I said, boy, she was as flat as the interstate between Fort Worth and Dallas. Dudes be named Cliff and live in the desert. I don't do anything over here anymore.
I know.
I don't do anything over here anymore. It's too hard, man.
Yeah, I get it.
I act like I wanted to try to record music live, and I'm like, that ain't happening. I can't do this while I try to manage the stream. I'd rather sit here and manage the stream. It's going to be really helpful when there's actually people in here.
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost accidentally ended the stream. What a doofus. August, on a Tuesday. Don't forget, we're going to go see After the Burial.
I'm pumped.
We saw him in 2023. That show's been 2 years ago now. And I still listen to that playlist religiously. Love that playlist.
Dude, all my favorite bands have released music in the last 3 months. And you know what band
So that
surprised me?
means The Day to Remember.
Well, yeah, that's a good album. Kaleo, Sleep Token, and a band that surprised me that I'm really excited and I really like a lot of the songs off their new album is Linkin Park.
You like the new Linkin Park with the chick?
I do. There's a song called Heavy is the Crown, and I think that her voice actually sounds really good on that one.
I think you told me about that. Now, I will not be playing Linkin Park.
No, yeah.
Because that is going to get... I think we're going to get shot by a missile from the FBI.
Yep.
Man, I had a bunch of guitar picks around here.
Got one right here.
Is there?
Whoop.
The hailstone brings you home.
I'll tell you what, though, dude. Seeing lightning in a 15th floor skyscraper sort of deal. That's not a skyscraper by any means, but
No, I know what you mean, though.
That's cool looking. Everybody else was freaking out, and I was like, "This is dope."
Yeah, well, you're built different.
Built different.
We're from, well, they are too, I guess, but we're from that land when you get the tornado warning, we go outside.
Mm-hmm.
That popping. I cannot figure out what part of the signal chain makes that popping, and I don't know how predominant it is on the stream. So I apologize if it's terrorizing you. I love that. Oops. Sloppy. Super sloppy today.
I hope you boys like them extras.
Did you see the Happy Gilmore trailer?
Is it real this time?
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Good. I'm sick of good movies coming out, you know? It's nice to see a bad one for once. Dude, I haven't been able to tell anybody this because I haven't had a fun conversation in a week since the last time I saw you. I almost saw 15 geese get hit by a semi-truck on Monday when I was going to work. In the other lane, I saw a bunch of like smoke, like a semi-truck just smashed on its brakes. And I looked, and it was because he was trying to stop because there was a family, there was literally 16 Canadian geese that decided that they were going to cross the interstate 3 lanes of rush hour traffic on foot rather than trying to fly. And they did it, which was even worse. And so everybody's like slamming on their brakes. But I was literally watching like, oh my gosh, it's about to be absolute bowling pins. And he like stopped just in time. The ducks, that must be like an innate, like living thing reaction is the ducks kept walking across the interstate the same way that you would walk across a crosswalk if you almost got hit by a car, where you just kind of like shrug your shoulders up and walk a little faster. It's exactly what happened.
Ducks or geese?
Geese. They were Canadian geese, so.
Because you said ducks and then geese and then...
Yeah, I was equivocating the mallard species or whatever.
You racist.
I know it. I feel like the worst part about like getting your meals right, and like, so I calculated my calories. I'm pulling back.
Out of key.
I'm pulling back, and it's still like I'm still probably about 20 grams of protein shy of really hitting what I want to hit for grams of protein, but that's not the worst thing in the world either.
How high are your carbs?
So right now I think I have like, is it 116 that I'm at? 116 grams? Does that sound right? I'm trying to remember all the math I did in my head, which my brain doesn't keep math in my head. But I'm hitting that point, like, you know, so this is the third week of it where now, especially coming off of being sick, I feel like doughy, like extra doughy.
Today I'm kind of formless and void.
Yeah, but the good thing is Thursday is tomorrow, which kicks off my and I have to work in Alton, so I don't have to deal with big city traffic tomorrow. So I go to the gym tomorrow night, and I'm ripping a nice back and biceps, and I'm coming back from being sick still, so I know that this week should be the week that my strength is really close to being back at 100%. Dude, that's a sick little riff
awesome.
going.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah. Man, I don't know how to draw a dragon. I'm giving my best though.
You get it.
Thanks, man. try a different face style on it. That might be what I don't like here.
That's almost cool. Tune this. I haven't tuned this guitar in days.
The guitar is out of tune.
The guitar is out of tune. Whoops. Fast car on the highway.
On the byway.
Byway. Mr. Robotron.
Oh yeah, I think I figured out what I want.
Fast car on the highway.
Dude, it'd be funny to make like an absolutely metal version of that.
That's definitely not the chords. I can tell the battery's dying.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's the picking gets weak. Whatever I just tried to say to you. All right. I had a battery sitting right there, though, bro.
Let's go.
Oh, it was the dead one. That's that's
The dead battery was dead?
the dead battery was dead.
Hopefully that didn't sound like an explosion.
It's losing its bite. Man, I gotta have bunches of batteries on deck.
You're gonna have to be one of those guys now?
Man, I am one of those guys.
What you mean, gotta be?
Yeah.
I am.
I is. And now I'm caught without a battery again. So what was this? I could play guitar for about 3 weeks before I gotta get a battery in this son gun.
what you're doing, not me.
I can't even see nothing over there, bro.
I can't either.
What you been doing over there, man?
Trying to draw a Dagron. Did you ever watch HomestarRunner.com stuff?
Only a little bit.
See, I was in middle school when that came out, so that was like the
Perfect.
wheelhouse.
That was prime
Yeah,
age.
so it's perfect for that humor. My favorite episode was they draw the dragon named Trogdor. It's what he calls him. And he starts off, and it's like, hey, show us how to draw a dragon. Make a tutorial video. So he's like, all right. So you make an S, then you make like a more different S, and then close it off at the top with like a triangle. And he's like, then give it some arms, and he puts two like muscular arms on it. He goes in legs, and he puts two muscular legs on it. And he's like, this looks terrible. And then he writes off to the side as he's mumbling about it, like the S is for sucks. And then he like, let's start over. And so he goes, so first you make a S, a more different S. And then he's like, all right. And then you close the top off, does all this stuff, and he goes, okay, yeah. And he like makes the dragon, and he goes, you know what, let's put one of those beefy arms back on for good measure. And then he puts it back on and goes, love it, coming out of the back of his neck. And then he names him, he goes, you gotta have a cool name. And it's like, Trogdor, the Burninator. And then he goes, let's see how the rest of the class is going. And like, everybody else is doing their own thing, but there's this guy that's like, his name's Strong Mad. And he's like this big, square, angry guy that just shouts nonsense all the time. And he comes over to him, and he's got an X-Acto knife, and he's carving into the desk the word Dagron instead of dragon. It says Dagron, and he just walks over and he looks at it and he goes, you're doing great, man. Just keep doing your thing. And he walks away.
It's funny. What was that note I'm trying to hear?
Dude, I love this. The way it like cascades at the end of that little phrase or riff or whatever you call that. I love it.
So good. Then they have, what else do they have? Oh, wait a minute. Dang it. And they had, I don't remember that ending chord of that. Full of good riffs they were. Oh, this one's real good.
It's a jazzy version of it. I like it.
See, that's some Metallica that people like dunk on.
The Inner Sandman stuff?
No, that wasn't Enter Sandman. That
Oh,
was,
what was that?
That was from the album after that.
Shows you what I know.
The Load album. I'm not gonna play much of that because you talk about getting copyright.
They don't copyright strike that.
But man, that's from Bleeding Me. What a fantastic song that is. Is that on Reload? Okay, that one's on Reload. Told you wrong.
Oh.
The chorus on that is so good.
Dude, I feel like there's a lot of songs that suffer from their own popularity in the sense that, like...
Oh, yeah, it is on that album. I'm a doofus. This is it here. This is a great song.
That's funny how close that sounds. It sounds like a jazzy version of the Inner Sandman riff.
It's very similar notes. This is so good on it, dude. Oh man, I take the leash that's leading me. That's so good. That song's so good. I'm bleeding me. Ooh, oh no, I can't take it. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Dude, that's the thing that sucks about being in weird creative spaces is I can make myself be creative, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like squeezing the last bit of toothpaste out of the tube, you know?
Not happening.
Is that Diazepam or whatever that band? Or not the
1056?
Yeah. That's the band name, right?
1056?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. Dude, that snare sounds like a 4-square ball. Have you seen those videos of that guy that he reviews, like, I want to say deathcore? You know, I'm not good at the genre thing.
I don't care. I don't even care about the genres.
He reviews that stuff, and he dresses for whatever reason like a referee. And whenever he has like an unlimited supply of clipboards, and whenever bands like hit the breakdown and like he just goes, "Oh my gosh!" And then like the whole time the breakdown's going, he's up in the room and just smashing the clipboard on the back of his chair. It's hilarious. And some of the stuff that he's posted to his account, like the songs he's posted, I was just like, oh my gosh. Just brutal. Yeah, something that happened that I didn't expect to happen. I was talking with my 58-year-old coworker, and he was talking about how music just doesn't have good messages anymore. I said, yeah, I go, it depends on where you're looking for it. I go, if you're trying to find it in pop music, you're not going to find it there often. Every now and then a good love song or a good sad song will come out, but it was like, honestly, I was like, the most positive lyrical band that I know is August Burns Red. And I go, I don't think you'd ever run into them. And he goes, what was it? And he wrote it down. And I was like, you don't write that down, man. Don't go look this up, please. Is that what I think it is?
I guess. It's an on-off switch.
Why is it that?
I have no clue.
Oh, I see what it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, you remember this banger? We can't listen to this for more than 3 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Don't know who I'm kidding.
This came on so much at the store.
I mean, what a banger. What a banger. Hey. So whenever Spotify does the review, I listen to a more diverse set of music than almost 80% of its listeners.
Yeah.
It's probably just me and some autistic Japanese guys heading to the top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're having a problem squeezing some artistic juices out of that crest tube, huh? Mm-hmm. I get it.
I've been practicing, though, like for the last couple nights. Like I've sat down and for the like 10, 20 minutes, I've drawn on my iPad or something like that. Just trying to keep that going, you know? But it's hard. Like I'll sit there and I'll be drawing and I'll just lose it and be like, oh.
Oh. How nice is it having a normal schedule?
Honestly, it's crazy. It's funny, a couple people have texted me and I've texted them back and they're like, dude, you texting before 10 a.m. is weird.
That is something else.
It's cool, though, because it has me being on an actual schedule that doesn't fluctuate.
Yeah, I bet it's going to take you probably another month to really fully adjust, but your hormones and everything you're gonna start feeling way better.
Yeah. It's hard to not want to stay up late still.
Man, that's gonna be hard to shake.
Yeah, but waking up, like if I do go to bed at the right time, I wake up at the right time and I don't feel like getting out of bed, which that's huge. Such a good song.
Epic. I don't know if I'm gonna make a SoundCloud. Do you hear what they did?
What did they do?
They made their own AI and they feed all the music into it.
I was talking to people about AI and they're like, oh, are you worried about it's going to take away creativity? I was like, no. It's like, it's not going to take away creativity. It's just going to show you that there are actually less creative people in the world than you previously thought.
Yeah. I think artists are going to have to stand up and band together, though. I feel like I could make this longer. That needs to be longer, I think.
We used to do that whenever, this is horrible, but when I worked at the church and we were around like the pastors and stuff and we didn't want to make a joke like that, we would just go, like...
Could you start paying for DistroKid and set up a Spotify?
What's DistroKid?
You have to get on one of the distribution things, and the one for a lot of independent artists uses just happens to be called DistroKid. It's been around forever, but you get on there and then you can put your stuff on streaming services. I might just do that. It's like $3 a month or something. Yeah, I need to get back into writing some more of this. almost deranged. Where you at? Baseball with it. It's so weird. Live. This boy's alive. Caught on the wheels road.
You remember that game we played, Toe Jam and Earl?
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
what
dude.
this reminds me of.
Absolutely, dude. I think that's what the guy made it for.
Yeah. Oh, did you just turn on Toe Jam and Earl music? Oh.
It's called where'd it go? I love it. Eddie E.W. Bloop Loops.
Bloop bloop.
This song's called Bloopin'. It's essentially just one long song. Like, it just changed tracks. You didn't even notice. New Catatonia coming out. They got 3 songs. Man, they're weird.
Isn't that bad?
I don't want to say it's bad. It's just weird. Problem is, they made probably one of the greatest. I don't even know what to say. Whatever kind of metal that is that Swallow the Sun, Catatonia does, I don't know what to call it. They made one of those. That album is just. This album here, The Fall of Hearts in 2016. I mean, just I don't know how you. If I wrote this, I would be upset.
You'd be upset?
Yeah.
Why?
Because how do you get what do you do after this? Listen how cool this is. So good. Great song, and this is the second song. Love this line. The battle for endurance has been lost. An interesting thing that's just odd. I sold my worth and dignity the same. I'm ashamed, an essence of corroding time. This is why I always like the Northern Europeans. So this is kind of like a rock song, but there's always this odd, their use of melody has an odd, like, I don't know, it just has an old world feeling to it.
Yeah.
And then this. So good. We fill the gap with lost integrity. I become the one you haven't seen for years. It's like it's why I really appreciate this band and especially this album is you feel like you're hearing something familiar. At the same time, it's a uniqueness you can't quite identify.
Yeah.
Then the title song. Well, this is called The Fall of Hearts, but this song's called Old Hearts Fall. And fantastic. This is just fantastic. Sorrow will find you, its voice gives way to mine. Our hearts pump death into our heredity. Who wants to come with me? away to the night. And what an interesting line. Time won't let go. It's got you in debt now, and it's got me crawling all the way back to the start. Won't let go. It's got you in debt now. It's got me crawling all the way back to the start. I swear that I saw you then. Your hands were reaching out for mine. Then they follow it up with this doozy, which somehow, it's like, I think almost every chord in this progression is somehow minor. That might be a major chord. It's so sad though. This is such a sad song. I'm out of sync and I don't even care. Out of sync with you. A dream of truth behind my eyes. I also like this band because this guy, our voices are like that far apart from each other. Listen how sad this chorus is. It's beautiful. Will it hurt to see me find the long lost piece of mine? Darling, you had me here for a while. It breaks my heart to see you cry in the wake of incomplete time. Oh, darkness overflows. Darkness overflows. A map of nowhere is in my hands. Then this song. Great song this is. But then it has one of the best. Once shared but waged war on my mind. So told my love, farewell now. No loyalty to find when you vanish over the sky. I am forsaken beneath the ground. Our light was banished from this hurtful life. I am forlorn, our dreams have turned to strife. Oof. What an incredible song. Yeah, I turn this on sometimes and the kids ask me if it's me. Winter winds take flight, circling over my grave, haunting amidst the trees, rising up across the sea. Ooh. It's a good song. They also got this. And if I played the original version for you, you'd be like, what?
What?
But they did this to it, and it's incredible. This is live. They did it in an old cathedral. It looks all gothic. It's awesome.
A dead start in my head, and the day has been late. The things I really want always torn from my heart. You never saw the way how I wanted you to stay. Now that you are gone, I am on my own.
He says that just when I was thinking this was something permanent, you were already thinking of going away.
When I was thinking this was something permanent, you were already thinking of going away.
I just want to point this out to you. I hate when I show people music and it seems like they're just trying to think of a really fun insult of it, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I genuinely feel like there's some interesting connection between like the way he sings, then the style of this music, and like 80s, like deep cut, like Christian music. There's some guys that my mom used to listen to on cassette tape that I don't know their names. I never really cared for them or anything like that, so I don't know, but like it has the same quality of it. I don't know if it's just the way his acoustic sounds and the tone that he sings in. It's kind of hitting the same vibe.
It's probably the tone he sings in.
But it's like really relaxing because it like takes me to that sort of mental space. Why would you do that?
Just a totally left field this.
Dude, what a great album this is.
Don't forget this, dude.
It's so good.
When he does with Frederick Torndale. Oh. It's so weird. You ever seen the part in the game that leads up to this?
You showed me to it. Wasn't it like some sort of mech suit sort of thing that's just like...
It's perfect. there's an evil Nazi woman, and the first thing you do when you get in the mech suit is he grabs her and rips off the bottom of her face, and you're like holding her body, looking at her face with the bottom half of her jaw ripped off. And he throws her to the side, and then you start killing everybody else. It's so freaking brutal. She's super evil, so that part is like, you know. But when you see it in isolation, you're like, that's incredible. Getting ready to end the stream. We got another 90 minutes of pure glory.
I pushed through and I figured out what it was as I was making lazy, arbitrary decisions about the figure.
I'm going to say I can see a shape over there now.
Yeah. So I was making arbitrary decisions about the figure just to keep moving, and I was like, no, I'm gonna accept that I made a false start and track backwards a little bit, take a little bit longer, because I wasn't really wanting to do this. I just wanted to get this one done because I was just doing it for fun, sort of deal. But it actually has been a nice little lesson for me. Nice little recapturing
I
my
can see
discipline.
some shape taken on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a big old mean dragon from the Hobbit Smog.
Did you send me that IG, or did I send it to you about the dragons? The guy going through like the brief history of dragons, and he goes, I don't really think we understand how historically significant dragons are, because all of these cultures, isolated from each other, have all drawn and come up with a similar creature.
This was the first quote-unquote conspiracy theory that I dipped my toes in when I was just starting off in college. Because I started getting really interested, because that's when I first started reading the Bible. Because this was back before I read through it for that class and did all the extracurricular studies and stuff. This was like probably my freshman year. I started reading, and I read some parts in the Bible where it talks about dragons, essentially.
Yeah.
And there's translations that people are like, well, we translated this into Psalms now as like a great bird or something like that. I can't remember what they translated it to, but it used to be dragon. And they kind of kicked that by saying like unicorn was used in the Bible and the like King James, but that's because unicorn is technically the proper scientific term up until like modern times for a certain breed of rhinoceros.
Gotcha.
So there's bicorn, which is what we know today.
And then we got tricorn.
Yeah. Bicolored sweet corn.
What was it?
It's a dumb Midwest joke, actually.
It is a dumb Midwest joke. What was it? I'm bi-curious because I'm always a little bit interested in leaving.
What was I saying? Yeah, but so there's some interesting points about that, but then I went down the rabbit hole of the fact that literally every civilization, every early civilization tracks a pretty standard adaptation of dragons. Now there's people like old JP that thinks that it's just a metaphor of all the things in culture that you're afraid of. It's fire, it's teeth, it's flight, it's teeth. You know, like, it's like, okay, it's like it's all rolled into one metaphor, and the rat goes like this, and the rat, he goes like this.
You are now a normal rat.
Like that's the thing that's like really popular currently, is like people trying to say that dragons were just like a metaphorical monster for all the things that early civilizations were afraid of.
Yeah.
But dude, come on. Like,
that's not what this guy was saying. This guy was like, how in the world did all of these cultures sometimes in different periods of time,
the video
independent from each other, come up with this?
The video that I watched the first time was cool because it used an example that touched really close to home to me. And so that's why, and I'll explain it to you without being too dramatic. But so the video I was talking about, the guy was using an example. He's like, how did Vikings and how did like Japanese, Chinese cultures and Mesoamerican cultures and Native Americans all come up with this, and he used
Yeah.
the example of like the Northern European like leviathans or like sort of sea monsters
Yep.
that they encounter, and then he used obviously the Chinese dragon, but then he for the North American, because in Mesoamerica like there's all those dragons and stuff that they use in I think it's the Mayan culture, but the one that he used for the North American like Native Americans is the pie-saw bird, is a dragon, kind of. Like the way it's painted and everything, it's a dragon.
Yeah. No, I could see that.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That is interesting. Yeah, I just thought that the dragon, what an interesting creature.
Yeah. People make fun of people for like teasing that, but it's like, come on, dude. It's not that crazy.
Something, you know, and who knows? It might have just been something big and scary that like they had to all band together to kill, like that short-nosed bear. Boy, I'm glad that thing doesn't exist anymore.
Dude, that thing's actually. Do you know who the boss is?
The boss?
If you were to ever go to Banff National Park, Banff, I always think Banff like big.
Where they got the biggest Kodiak bear?
Yeah, and there's this bear that roams Banff that's like super friendly and like
Okay.
doesn't care about going up to people and stuff, but it's massive, and people call him the boss. And I would absolutely like. My stomach would fall out of my butt if I saw this thing 'cause up close.
Turn into a sea cucumber.
Yep.
They're them guts. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Dang, we went over. Well, that was
Good.
fun.
You got me. You should have gotten me talking about dragons sooner. I mean,
I know. I'm starting to finally get a little bit tired. The 300 milligrams of caffeine wore off. I'm going to
And now
drink a
you're
protein
tanking.
shake and go to bed. We'll see you all next time.